Howdy everybody, and welcome to Thursday, the 15th of April, 2021. What am I doing parking out behind the house today, you ask? Well, we got a little bit of a surprise coming. Oh, it isn't that little. We have one of several of our new toys coming today. Yeah, but first, let me show you a little bit of what's happened around here weather-wise the last few days. I was just out here looking at our freshly worked ground that Jason's going to come back and hit with a roller harrow this week when I noticed this. Yes, have I ever mentioned I hate gophers? We got a lot of cloud cover today, so I don't know that you'll even be able to see what I'm seeing. But yeah, close the half a finger. All of those south hills right there, covered with snow, folks. We have had the last 2 days of nothing but high winds, bitter cold temperatures, and then last night it decided to snow up there on those mountains. I don't know if that shows up any better in this shot or not of the hills up there that are covered in snow because of the low cloud cover up that way, but that black spot right there, that's where the Badger Creek fire was last year that burned so much of that up in there. Yeah, that black ground is still black.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
Red eye?
Huh?
You red eye?
Yeah, I'm red eye.
Steer, you'll go off.
Yep. Like you said, it's.
Oh, you must have some brakes. Huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna do good. Whee! There's the bounce. Okay, well, there's one of our new prized possessions. This is a McCormick Deering Farmall 450. It is a gas tractor. It does have a live hydraulic system on it. In fact, that big shiny thing right there, that is the hydraulic pump on this thing. That powers the back end, which we got to put on it yet. Plus, it does have power steering up underneath that hood. So, yeah, this tractor will eventually make a very handy tractor with a front end loader hanging off the front end of it out here to do some work around the place. It has the larger fuel tank in it, and basically the same thing as a Super M, except for here back is different. Yeah, that's all sorts of different from there back. It has a different hydraulic system in it. Does not have the belly pump down here in the belly like a Super M. And it has the torque amplifying transmission, which gives it 2 speeds in reverse and 10 in forwards, I believe. So, yeah, we are going to need new tires on the old girl, but we're going to get it running first. The back end here is why we bought the tractor in the first place, or why I bought it. This whole big block of iron right there is a live power takeoff setup for this thing. This is their PTO shaft, for those that don't know. And you hook another shaft to this back to an implement like a hay baler. That's what powers a hay baler. This tractor was purchased specifically because of a live power takeoff. That is a much handier thing to have to run a hay baler. That means you can stop the forward movement of the tractor, and the feeding of the cut hay into the baler will stop because the tractor stops pulling forwards and the baler forward, so the baler isn't feeding into the windrows of hay. And you can leave this running, and that'll help clear any jams or backlogs of hay being fed through the hay baler. So it keeps that machinery going when the rest of it stops. Now, this curved handle here is the gear shift, and this one is for the TA, or torque amplifying transmission. That's what makes it give you a third lower gearing for each forward gear and reverse gear in the tractor. So yeah, we don't know if that works or not. At least it shifts, so we think it does. And it's such a straight, clean tractor, we're pretty sure that there isn't much wrong with it. At least we're hoping not. You would never run your car with sidewalls like that, but then these things don't go 80 miles an hour down the highway. There's some of the ply thrown through that crack there. But yeah, we're going to get this thing rewired and get it running before we do much else to it. Anyway, the old tractor is going to need to be rewired. The starting solenoid is not supposed to be mounted up here. It is supposed to be down on the starter. The starter has been gone through. It still has a tag on it for Twin Falls Diesel and Automotive Electrical, which is now Haynes Auto Electric. So I'm going to take that back in and see if they can't relocate a starter solenoid onto this starter, or we'll have to see what else we can do with it. But yeah, that's supposed to actually be strapped to that. So we'll get that done. We'll get some new wiring put in it and clean out the fuel system and see if we can't get it to start. There's no fuel in the tank, which is a good thing. And this sediment bulb has what's left of the fuel that was in it. So we'll clean that out. And hopefully the old turkey will get up and run for us. All in all, I am pleased with the purchase of this thing. My buddy Dale dropped it off today from the Iron Mound farm. Is where it's been sitting now for the last month or so, maybe 2 months. We do need to get a different grill for this thing. Eventually down the road. It isn't hurting it the way it is, but it is kind of mangled and beat up. So yeah, we'll need to get a different grill in here eventually. And the front axle is not broken. Usually these tubes, these center tubes are broken, but yeah, not a scratch on that one. So that will be good for several reasons, depending on what kind of baler we get. If we get an inline hay baler, this thing, it being the wide front end like it is, the hay cut hay windrows will go right up underneath the tractor, and these wheels will straddle it, and then the baler picks it up in that same center line. Otherwise, we'll be off over on this side with the hay in the windrow running here and picking up on a side pickup baler. All of this mess of iron in the back end of the farm truck is all hitch equipment to go on that tractor. I pulled it off of another tractor over at the Iron Mound farm there, my buddy Dale's, and brought it over here, and we'll clean this all up, put new bushings and bearings in it as it's needed, and maybe even squirt a coat of paint on it, and we'll throw all that on the back end of that 450. This will give us a 3-point hitch setup and a fast hitch setup. International used just this 2-pointed hitch pin things that go into those big slots there. That white parts come out, they just slide out when you lift the little lock rings, and something else will hook in there. Anyway, that was International's version of a 3-point hitch, and somebody actually converted it and added these 2 bars here to this top rock shaft, and that makes up the 3-point hitch top link. There's a pin that goes through there, and the link will hook onto that. But anyway, that needs to be reworked, some of it. What do farmers need to make crop circles in their fields? A pro tractor, of course. Well, I'm back out here at the Iron Mound farm, and I got my brand new 1 1/8" wrench on that bolt that I couldn't get off earlier. So we'll get it up here, a little better angle on it. Get it on that bolt squarely. And we'll see if I can't get that loose. Yeah. Climb up here and wait. Oh, hey. That steering comes apart. Anyway, I'll get my weight on that. See if I can't get that bolt to break loose there. Oh. Heck, it is loose. Hey, that's a win for me. Yeah, so on we go. I'll continue wrenching on that and get this off then. All right, well, it dropped off on me when I got the bolt out far enough. This is the hydraulic cylinder down there with the hoses on it. And this is the entire left side bracket here that I'm holding up that goes on there. And this lever controls something to do with the hitch lift in the back of the thing. So now it's a matter of getting bearings like inside of there replaced and a few other parts and painting it and putting it on the new tractor out at the farm. Another thing I have noticed are the fan blades on this tractor are straight out at the tips. They aren't bent like on mine. So I'm going to have to come back over here and rob the fan, water pump, or whatever off of this one to get that fan blade off of this one to put back on mine. So yeah, we aren't running around with something goofy and ready to break at the last minute. While I'm out here at the farm, my buddy Dale was loading that old Co-op combine on his truck. He's going to take that into the ironmongers. And I noticed the rear hubs and hubcaps in particular seem to match that of my hay wagon that needs new rear hubs and a hubcap or two. So yeah, while I'm here, we're going to pull the rear wheels off of that thing, or the hubs anyway, and see if they'll work on my hay wagon. That ought to do. I'll set this over here. Well, that's going to be it for today's little video update on what's going on here at the farm. Like I said, this is the first of several old tractors that are going to be coming here to the farm. This one was built somewhere between 55 and 57, Dale says. So I'll have to look at the serial numbers and know for sure. That'll tell me, and I'll let you know. In the meantime, if you like seeing old tractors and old equipment at work, don't forget to click on the subscribe button right down there. Click on the little bell icon next to it so you can get notified every time there's a new video out. Don't forget to leave a comment, but keep them clean because there are kids that watch the channel. And give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. Let us know what you think of the content. And hopefully we'll get back to you yet this week on finishing up our field work for the spring. And then we'll be great guns on going on getting pipe trailers fixed, getting seed in the ground for the garden plots, and more. So stay tuned. Y'all have a good one now. I'm Farmer Dave. See you later.